In this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to create a wellness membership just like this one. This membership website is based off a real email that I got from a client. And this client said she's looking to create FS Fitness Online, a virtual wellness studio based on the live classes that they currently run in studio. So this client is starting to record their classes and they would like to offer a simple membership platform. This membership platform will have two types of tiers. They'll have a monthly at $19 and a yearly at $190. They're going to offer a wide variety of classes from Pilates, bar, and rebounding, and also have different lengths and different instructors. And what they want is a simple membership, not only for their clients, but also for them to manage. And they just want to know if it's something I can help with. And this is definitely something I can help them with. And it's exactly what we're going to be creating in this video. We're going to be creating a professional wellness membership website that has a simple landing page, different membership levels, a checkout, and protected content. And we're going to be using all free tools so that you can really get a feel for what you can create and not have to commit to over costly tools or premium membership platforms. Now, one quick clarification before we begin this process is that a membership website is really just a website that has restricted content, and you can deliver this content either by posts, pages, or courses. Now, before we begin, let's look at what we actually need for a project like this. So I have this handy kind of checklist or list that we need to follow in order to create a successful membership website. So the first thing are a couple of required pages. We would need a landing, contact, privacy policy, and terms and conditions page. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a very simple membership page, and that's why there aren't that many pages required. For the membership, we would need a login page, a levels page, and a checkout page. And those are all going to be created with the tools that we are going to be using to create our membership platform. Next are our tools. We're going to be using WordPress. Our page builder of choice is the Kadence theme and Kadence blocks. And we're going to be using the free versions of Kadence theme and blocks to create our membership website. Then our membership platform is Paid Memberships Pro. We're using the freemium version for this, and I will show you exactly how to install it and set it up in this video. Then if you are going to have video content on your membership, you will need a third-party tool like Vimeo or YouTube to house your videos. And then lastly, you will need a gateway option. We're going to be using Stripe, but you can use PayPal and several other payment gateways to take payment on your membership website. Then there are a couple of other items which are required regardless of whether you're building a membership site. And this is your branding, the content for the membership, copy for the landing pages, and copy for all the other pages, and lastly, some imagery. Okay, so let's start with the website itself. Now we're going to be working on WordPress, and what we have on this WordPress website is we do have the Kadence theme installed here. So we've got the Kadence theme, and then under plugins, what we have is Kadence blocks. Now this is a very simple website. It's just an installer of Kadence, and the only thing that we have done so far on this website is we have added in the branding. So we've added in a simple logo, the colors of the buttons and the colors here, and then also worked on the typography. Now, there's one thing that I do want to point out, and this is how I work with all of my clients' websites, is we do the hard part first and the fun and creative part second. So we're going to set up the back end in terms of the membership levels, the different pages that we need, and the payment gateway. And then we are going to look at the fun side of uploading the content, making sure the membership pages look great, and then lastly, looking at the landing page. So it's really important that we do the hard part first and then we do the fun part second. Okay, so now that we have the foundation, we've got our WordPress website, we've got Kadence set up. The next phase is to install Paid Memberships Pro, and Paid Memberships Pro is the plugin that we are going to be using to create our membership platform. Okay, so Paid Memberships Pro cannot be found in the WordPress directory, so you can't just go to your website and look under plugins and find it there. You will need to go to their website and sign up for a free account in order to get the plugin. Okay, so we are going to go to Paid Memberships Pro, their website, and we are going to come up to the top right-hand side here, and we are going to click Choose a Plan. And then we're going to scroll down and we're going to look for the free plan, and then we are going to click Join for free. You're then going to be required to fill out a form, adding in your account information, your password, and some details about your membership site. And once you've done that, you're just going to click Submit and Confirm. Now, once you click Submit and Confirm, you will get your login details. So you will be able to come up to the top right-hand side, click Login, and then pop in your username and email address and password and click Login. Now, once you log into the website, you'll navigate to My Downloads on the left-hand side. And then you're going to download the Paid Memberships Pro plugin by clicking here. And then you're going to save that plugin on your desktop, and then you'll be able to go over to your website and install that plugin. Okay, so we are going to come here to our website, and then we are going to come to plugins on the left-hand side, add plugin, and then we're going to upload a plugin and choose the file from our desktop, click open, and click install now. Okay, so once the plugin has been installed, we can then activate the plugin. First, what you're presented with is a 5-step setup wizard, and this will just ask you a couple of questions about setting up pages, what type of membership you have, and what levels you need. Now, whatever you put in here, if you ever do need to change it in the future, all you need to do is come to your settings and change it under settings. So the first is your general information, and this is generally what your membership website is about. The first question is, what type of membership site are you creating? And basically, they're just asking you what the primary value of your membership site is, and it doesn't really change too much. It may change what Paid Memberships Pro does put in front of you. So in this case, what we're going to be offering is essentially courses, but there are videos under posts. The next is generating the required plugin pages. So this is going to create pages for your levels, your checkout, and your account management. Now, if you do not set this up, we do recommend that you do set this up. If you don't, you can always get the short code from the settings page or from the Paid Memberships Pro website, or you can create the pages yourself. It's way easier just to tick this box and ensure that Paid Memberships Pro sets it up for you. The next is collecting payments from the membership. We definitely are going to be doing this. Again, if you don't tick this, it's okay. You can always go to the settings and set it up there. We do not have a license key with a free account, so we are going to skip that and move on to the next step. The next option is to choose your currency for your membership, and we're going to be using US dollars. The next is to configure your payment gateway. Now, Paid Membership Pro offer so many different payment gateway options. Stripe is their preferred one, but you can get add-ons for, say, PayFast and PayStack that you can add onto Paid Membership Pro to accept payments through those payment gateways. Right now, I am going to choose Other, but we are going to be using Stripe for this membership account. So we will be setting up Stripe later on in this video when we look at our payment settings. We're then going to click Submit and Continue and go on to Step 3. Step 3 is our membership levels. Now, our membership levels, as per our scope, $19 for a month or $190 for a year. So this is giving us the option to create two, either a free or a paid one. We're not going to be creating a free one for this membership. We're just going to be doing a paid one. And we're going to do, the level name is monthly membership. And we're going to say the fee amount is $19 per month. And we're going to submit and continue. And as you can see in this setup wizard, we can only create one paid membership level. So we will be creating the annual one further down the line. I'm going to click Submit and Continue, and then we've got our advanced settings, and the first step is to install the Update Manager. Now, because Paid Memberships Pro is not in the WordPress directory, it does not automatically update. So you do need to install the Update Manager. The next is Filter Searches and Archives. So this at the moment says, yes, only members will receive this restricted content on posts and pages in search and archives. I'm going to say no. I do want people who are not members to see this, because then they'll see the archive of all these amazing videos. And then when they click on it, it's going to say you do need to sign up. The next is showing the kind of snippets to non-members. At the moment, I've got it no, hide it from non-members. I'm actually going to say yes, we can show those. The next option is to block all your users with the subscriber role from accessing the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is this back end. They kind of get a simplified version of this if they are a subscriber. Personally, I tick this box because I just feel like it looks a lot cleaner and it does not confuse our subscribers. The next is hiding the toolbar from all the users with the subscribe role. The toolbar is this black bar at the top in WordPress. I'm going to hide that. Again, I feel like it just makes it a whole lot cleaner, but this is up to you if you want to keep it or not. The next is enabling plugin usage data sharing. So if you do want to share some information with Paid Memberships Pro, then you can tick this option. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say no to this option simply because this is a staging website. And then I'm going to click submit and continue. And once I submit and continue, I'm finished with the 5-step wizard and things are all set up. And it says, congratulations, the membership site is ready. I don't think it's 100% ready, but we've done quite a bit of the setup already. So one thing that Paid Memberships Pro does offer is a whole bunch of add-ons. So if you click on this button and you go to the add-ons page, you'll see many different add-ons that you can add to your website to extend the functionality of your membership. Now, because we're only using the free version of Paid Memberships Pro, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to filter out the free add-ons. And there's lots that you can add to your website, like courses for your memberships. In addition to that, you can also link it up to your email software like Kit, MailChimp, or MailPoet. You can also add in PayFast or PayStack. In addition to that, you can link it up with WooCommerce, and if you need to use Zapier, you can also use Zapier. So if you do need any of these add-ons, all you need to do is just install them and then activate them as well. Okay, so let's now go into a deep dive into exactly what Paid Memberships Pro offers. When you install the plugin, you'll notice that memberships gets added to the left-hand side here. So let's work through the options that we do have. So let's start off with our dashboard, and you can see here when we click dashboard, you can either click the options down here on the left-hand side, or you can click through the tabs up at the top. There's just easy ways for you to get to exactly where you need to get to in order to change the settings of your membership. So your dashboard is kind of a snapshot, and the first snapshot is just a welcome message from Paid Memberships Pro. And one thing I can say about them is that they have the most comprehensive tutorial videos on their website. Next are some quick links. So if you want to quickly add a member, create a discount code, view some add-ons, you can do that here. And if you do have a license key, you can enter your key here. Now, scrolling down, this is a snapshot of your stats. So sales and revenue, membership stats, orders, and recent members. And then the last thing is just updates from Paid Memberships Pro, and that you can follow them in any kind of events that are coming up. And one great thing about this dashboard is that you can move things around. So if sales and revenue is something that I do want to see easily, when I go to my dashboard, I can just click and drag it around. In addition to that, and we'll touch on this when we go to reports, you can see more in depth into your stats by clicking on these buttons next to the sales and revenue. And again here by your membership stats, your recent orders, and your recent members. Okay, so let's go on to tab 2, which is your members. And this is where you're going to see your members, all the members of your subscriptions. You can see their usernames, display names, emails, what level they're on, their start and their end date. In addition to that, you can also filter by levels, by cancelled members, expired members, and old members. And you can add a member here or export to a CSV. Now, your orders and your subscriptions are much like your members. This is where you can see a list of your orders. You can see billing, gateways, transaction IDs, the status, whether payments have failed or they have gone through. And then subscriptions, you can see what subscriptions are there, and you can see filter by your different levels of memberships. Now your next is your reporting, and this is a more in-depth look at your reporting. So we kind of looked at a snapshot, and here you have the same kind of thing, and you can click into your details. When you click into details, you can filter by monthly, annual, or daily, and you can generate reports and get more information about exactly what is going on in your membership. Okay, so now let's move on to settings, and I think settings is the one that you are going to work in the most. So if we see here under settings, we now have different options. So we've got levels, discount codes, pages, etc. Let's walk through each one individually. So first of all is your membership levels. So this is as per our client briefing. She said she wanted 2 levels. She wanted the monthly membership, and then she also wanted the annual membership. So we already created the $19 per month monthly membership, which we did in the setup wizard. So what we need to do is go ahead and add a new level. Now you also notice that you can create groups of different levels, and you can also set those new groups to kind of make it so that if someone wants to sign up to 2 memberships, then you can also set that up. So let's go ahead and add a new level. So if we click add new level, it'll show you what type of membership level do you want to create. And you can see there's free, monthly, annual, one-time, lifetime, trial, and advanced. So you can click on whichever one relates to the kind of membership that you want to create. So for us, it is the annual, and it doesn't really matter which one you click. You still get all of the same information on this page when it says add new membership level. So the first step is to create the name of it. So ours is annual membership, and then you choose your group. We only have one main group at the moment, and then we're going to add in a description. Now this text appears on the checkout and on the pricing page, and this is something we'll dive into a bit later when we start looking at the layout of each of the pages and making things look pretty. So I'm going to write here annual membership for FS Fitness Online, access all our classes. And then the next is a confirmation message. Again, here, if you want to, you can add media, you can add any kind of content. And if you want that membership confirmation to end up in the emails, then you do need to check this box and use the placeholder variable. Again, this is something I will show you later on in this video. So I'm just going to write here, thank you for signing up to the annual membership. Of course, we can add a lot more content, and you'll see me do this further down the line. Next is our membership account message. So this will appear on the members of this level in their membership area. Of course, if they're only part of annual, they'll only get this message, so we can add in a message there. The next are your billing details, and this is where you're going to set the initial payment, the recurring subscription billing amount, how often it's paid, etc. Now, there is something that's really great for a membership, and I highly recommend you checking it out. It's the subscription delays add-on. Now, this is something that an add-on for Paid Membership Pro, and when you install it, you'll be able to say right now they'll pay nothing for 7 days, but after that they'll pay the $19 or whatever it is per month, and you will take the billing details and their credit card details now, so that after 7 days it automatically bills them. But for this, we are going to go with the initial payment, which is $190. Then we're going to check that it is a recurring subscription. So every year they're going to be charged $190. So we'll change this. This is the amount that will be billed once every year. Again, we can choose day, week, or months. Then billing limit, if there's only like one billing cycle, we'll put in one, but because it's indefinite and it's only when someone actually cancels, then we're going to put in 0. And if you want to, you can do a custom trial period. We're not going to do that for ours. And then the next option is your expiration settings. So if, for example, you wanted to expire, you can tick this box and then you can say it expires in so many days, but we're not going to because ours is recurring and it's indefinite until someone actually cancels. The next are your content settings, and this is where you're going to protect the access to your posts, your pages, or any kind of content that you are going to include in your membership. So you can either do this here, or down the line when we start creating the content, I'll show you where exactly you can protect the content. I find it's better to do it on the actual post or your page rather than doing it here and doing it by categories. But if, for example, you create posts and you create categories and you want everything under uncategorized or wellness or rebounding or whatever it is to be included in this membership, you can just tick this box, and that will make sure that all of the content in that category is protected, and that will be included in the annual membership. I'm going to untick this, and I'll show you later on the video how to protect your content. Next is your other settings. If you want to disable any new signups, maybe down the line you don't include that membership, but you still want that membership level to be there, you can just tick this box and it will hide this level from the membership levels page and disable registration. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to then save this level, and you can see now we have a monthly membership and we do also have an annual membership for $190 per year, and both of these allow new signups. Okay, so now that we have our membership levels set up, the next step is to do our discounts. So let's look at our discount codes. So if you want to create a discount code and override the membership levels default pricing, you can do so here. We are actually going to create a discount code, and we're going to use this further down the line to test out our membership platform. So first thing is to add in the code, and this is the code that you're going to give to someone to use on checkout. So I'm going to write Nicola and we're going to write free. Start date is today, and we're going to change this to maybe a month's time. We can then limit the total uses, and we can limit per user. So if we only want that person to use it once, we can tick this box and restrict this discount code. And if we only want it to be used once, then we can also put in 1 there, or let's say the first 10 people that sign up get a discount, we can put in 10 there. The next is your membership level settings. Which levels will this code apply to? And we're going to make sure that it's monthly, and we're going to do annual membership because we want to test out both of these. And then we can change the initial payment and recurring. So maybe we give this discount code to someone and we say, the initial is $0, but then after a month's time, they're going to pay $19. We can do that, or we can just make it $0, so the membership is completely free. And we're going to do the exact same thing for the billing amount for the annual membership. And of course, you can change all these kind of expiration, custom trials, and all of those details as well for this discount. Okay, so the next is our pages. So let's click on pages and have a look at that. So here we have our primary membership page settings. So when we walk through the 5-step wizard, then we set up these pages. And like I said, if you do not tick that, you will need to create the pages yourself and then add shortcode to it. So here we can see the account page is linked to a membership account page. And if you decide to change this in the future, you can always click here and then choose whatever page you have created. So you can also come here and you can view that page. So let's have a view of that page here. We can see this is what the membership account page will look like, and we'll be able to go in and we can edit that page and add whatever content that we want to for this. So if we look at the levels page here, so we'll open that. If we open that, we can see we have the monthly membership and the annual membership. And if I click select, then you'll see where that information is that I put in. So I did the annual membership for FS Fitness Online, access all your classes. So remember, we popped in that content of the description of the membership. So you'll see where that is when it comes to your pages. So we can look at your page settings, and if you ever need to change anything here, then this is exactly where you're going to change your page settings. And remember, if you do make any changes to this, then you're just going to click Save Settings. And as you can see below, there is the shortcode. So you'll just copy and paste that in. So let's have a look at that on, say, for example, the checkout page. We can click Edit. We are using the Gutenberg editor. So when we click Edit, you'll see that on the back end with the shortcode. Okay, so here we are, and we can see if we go to our document overview, it's a classic, and then you've got the short code in there. If you want to add anything to your membership checkout, you can of course use Gutenberg blocks, or you can use the Cadence blocks, and then you can add in a row and maybe choose one column. And then if you want to, you can just copy this and convert it to blocks and then move it into your row. And then you can just save and update. And if there's any other kind of content that you want to add, you can add it before or after the shortcode, and then that will appear on whichever page that you amend. Okay, so our next option are our payment gateways. So this is where we're going to set up which payment gateway we're going to take payment through. Now, the default for Paid Membership Pro, or their preferred, is Stripe, but they do offer PayPal as well as PayFast and PayStack. So if you do want to use additional ones like PayFast and PayStack, you will need to add those add-ons onto your website. So to do so, you'll just navigate to add-ons here on the left-hand side. I'm going to open that in a new tab, and then you'll click on free, because those are both free add-ons. Scroll down. If you want PayStack or PayFast, you'll just install, and then that will then install the add-on, and you'll just refresh your payment page. So let's activate that and go back to our payment settings, and we're going to refresh that. Now, once we refresh this page, you will then see PayStack down at the bottom there. So all you need to do is then edit the settings and set that up. So we're going to do Stripe. So let's click edit settings there and connect with Stripe. We'll just click this button. It'll flick me over to Stripe, and then I can log into my account, click continue. Okay, so we have added that in. We're just in test mode. If we want to go into live mode, then we can obviously connect here. Okay, so in addition to that, if you scroll down, you do also have some Stripe payment settings that you can go through. You can accept payments on the site or through the Stripe checkout. In addition to that, you've got some other details in regards to the billing address and the tax as well. And then you'll just click save settings. Okay, our next settings are our security settings. So we'll click on security. And this is just to really protect your membership website. So the first thing is to activate a spam protection plugin like Akismet. So you can go ahead and set that up and add in an API key. If you have that, you can get a free one from their website. You can also set up spam protection here and reCAPTCHA. Again, this is a free thing you can do just to protect your website, and also set up Cloudflare. I'm not going to go into too much detail into spam protection, but I have installed the Akismet plugin, so that's all active and set up. The next is your restricted files. So to keep the membership data safe, we store the files here. You can learn more about it if you want to in the restricted files settings there. The next is HTTPS settings. You can force your SSL, which they do recommend that you do this. So you can go ahead and you can do yes with JavaScript redirects, or no or yes, whatever you want. And then this whole settings here is just really security. So you can do extra HTTPS URL filters. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, and DNS firewalls and security plugins. They recommend Mailcare. Of course, you can use other plugins like WordFence or anything like that for your security plugins, and then you can click Save Settings. Okay, so those are your security settings. Now it's your email settings. Your email settings is where the emails are sent from. So at the moment, mine are being sent from WordPress@nicolatweed.com. I can update this to, let's say, for example, I have an email address, hello@nicolatweed. I can change the from name to FS Fitness Online. Of course, I might want to use my client's email address there. I can filter Paid Membership Pro emails. If I uncheck this, all my emails will come through that, and they'll be filtered to use the above settings. I'm going to click Save. Then the next option is email deliverability, and this is an issue that most WordPress websites do run into. I recommend that you do set up a SMTP plugin and add in your SMTP details and your password. And I do have a video here that shows you how to set this up, and if you're having any issues with receiving emails from your website. So go check that video out. Then you've got other email settings. send member emails, default WordPress notification email, leave unchecked. Members will still get an email confirmation from Paid Membership Pro after checkout. We're just going to leave that as unchecked for now. So those are your email settings. Then you've got your email templates. Now your email templates are all the emails that get sent when certain things happen on your website. So for example, if someone checks out and pays, they are going to get this specific email. And you can see here on under status that all of these are enabled. And if you do want to amend any of these, you just hover over them and click edit. That will then pop up the editor. You'll be able to change all of the body content. You'll be able to change the subject. In addition to that, you'll be able to disable this email and then save it. Now, down below, you have variable references. So if you do want to say hi and say the name, then you'll just simply type in hi, and then you will copy this variable down below and then paste that in and click enter and save the template. And so once that email does get sent, it will say hi and the actual member's name. If you want to, you can test the email. So you can just pop in your email address and click save template and send it. And then you can view that template in your browser. So your email templates, where before when we looked at our levels, and it said that you needed to add some content to an email. So if we go back to our levels, and we had our annual membership there, and it specifically said to us if we wanted that confirmation email, confirmation message in the email, then we needed to copy this variable. And we needed to go to our checkout email template to include it in this information. So we'll go to our checkout email template. So checkout free, checkout paid. Let's click edit. And we can add that in there. It's already in there, so we don't need to. But if it's not, that's where we would paste that variable and click Save Template. Okay, let's move on to user fields. So if we click on user fields, we can then change what our checkout fields have. So if we look at our checkout now, so if we go to our pages, and this is our checkout page. We can view that in a new tab and go back to our user fields. This is our checkout here, okay? We already have account information, so I'm gonna copy this and just show you what it looks like in an incognito window. So let's go to incognito, paste that in there. Okay, so this is the information that it asks on checkout. Now, if you want to amend this, you can do so under your user fields. So you can show fields at checkout, show fields on a user profile. If you want to only show to admins or no, then you can add that. So we can add a field. And let's say, for example, we like to celebrate the birthdays of our users. So we can say birthday. This is the text for the field and it's shown on there. So when is your birthday? Okay, and the name, single word with no spaces, underscores allowed. So that's just the name of our field. It's a text. Let's do a date. If we want to, we can add our field on user profile, etc. And we can click close and then we can save our changes and we can refresh here. And you can see there more information. When is your birthday? So that's just the process of adding in more fields to your checkout. Now your next is your design, and what we have is 3. We've got the default, high contrast, or minimal. This is recommended. So if you do want high contrast, you can just click there and click Save Settings. And then if you refresh your checkout, you'll see how it changes on the front end. So you've got 3 options. I do prefer the default. And then here are your color settings. So base colors, contrast colors, and accent colors. And we can go ahead and we can get our colors and add those into here. So let's right click and find our colors. So accent color. Paste in the hex code. And then if we wanted a contrast color, let's copy that, paste it in there. and there we go, and click Save Settings. So let's refresh this page and see what things are looking like now. And there we go, you can see the button is now on brand. Okay, so the last option we have here is your Advanced tab. So we're going to click on the Advanced tab here. Okay, and this is where we can change some of the settings that we already looked at in that 5-step wizard process. So restricting dashboard access, if we change our minds and we do want people to see the dashboard and the toolbar, we can do so here. Again, content settings we can change. And then this is communication settings. So notifications are shown on Paid Membership Pro settings page. If we want to show the notifications, we can, or we can just show security notifications. Every now and then, Paid Memberships Pro sends you weekly updates of revenues and sales, and you can change that to daily, weekly, monthly, or never. The next is your business settings. So here you can add in your business information that's going to go on the orders page and orders print view. So you can pop in your content there. And then again, like I mentioned before in the wizard, you can change the type of membership that you're creating. So you just come here and change that. Hiding ads from members, require terms of service on setup. So if you do want someone to tick the terms of service, you just click yes, and then you will choose the actual terms of service. Enabling plugin usage data, you can change that here. And uninstalling Paid Membership Pro on deletion, you can say yes, delete all the data, or no, and then click Save Settings. Okay, 2 more tabs left. We have our add-ons tab. And again, we looked at this when we added in the Paystack and Payfast payment gateways. They are free and they are premium options. Of course, you'll have to upgrade to a premium one if you want something like PayPal Express or advanced level pages. We're going to be looking at that in a future video. Then we have license, and if you do have a paid version of Paid Membership Pro, we're going to pop in our license key and validate that, and then click Save. And then that's going to give us all the features of Paid Memberships Pro. Okay, at this stage in the process, your website might be looking quite messy and you might be worried about it, but don't worry. Like I said before, we're doing all the hard work now, and then we're going to do the creative and the fun side later on. Right now, we know our membership is set up, we've got our levels, we've got our payment gateways, and if someone wants to sign up, they can do so. We now just need to add in the content and ensure that content is restricted. So let's go ahead and do that. So for a wellness membership site, I wouldn't recommend putting your content under your pages because those are better for the structure of your website. I would recommend, if you have creating a very simple membership website like we're doing today, is putting all your content under pages. And if you are looking to scale your website, then you may look at creating custom post types. And if that is something that you do want to learn how to do, then be sure to pop it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make another video showing you how to create custom post types for your membership platform. So let's go ahead and create our first piece of content, categorize it, and make sure that it is restricted content and only people who do have a membership can access that content. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go to a third-party tool like Vimeo or YouTube, and we are going to upload our videos. So I'm going to just do one video for now. So I have this video that is a free video that I downloaded, but of course my clients are going to be uploading their videos to Vimeo. I do recommend paying for Vimeo, but you can of course just have the free version of Vimeo. And what you're going to do is you're going to make it private, so only you and the people with access can view it. And then you're going to embed it on your website, and you're going to make sure that your URL is in your website. So mine is fsfitness.nicolatweed.com, and we're just going to add that to the list to make sure that people can access it on the website. I have put that in wrong. fsfitness.nicolatweed.com. Add that in there. So if you do not add this in, then people will not be able to see the video. So we've uploaded this content. So then we're going to come to our website, we're going to go to posts and add a new post. We're then going to give this specific video a name. So let's say it's get into your groove. Okay. Then we are going to use cadence blocks to add in the video, or just an HTML block. So we'll add in custom HTML, and then we're going to copy the embedded code and we are going to paste that in there, and we're going to click preview, and we can now see our video is there. Now, if you want to, you can add whatever you want to the back end of your platform. So we're adding videos in this case, but you can add in PDF downloads, you can add in written content, you can add in images, you can add in audio files as well. So it's whatever you want to add into the back end. We're doing videos for this purpose of this video and for my clients, but you can do whatever you want to. Now, we've uploaded our video, we're happy with that. The next step is to restrict this content. So to do so, we're going to click on post. And now under posts, what you'll see is this require membership. So we can click this drop down and we can make sure that it's ticked monthly membership and annual membership, and click publish. Now I'm going to show you, let's view this. This is what it looks like here. I don't have a membership, because even though I am admin, I haven't signed up to that membership and I cannot see that content. So that is exactly what people are going to see. They're not going to see the video, they're going to see the title. If there is a bit of a description, they'll also see that description as well. So just be mindful of that. If you do want a description that could perhaps entice people, then you can add that in as well there. So we've limited that. The next thing I want to do is do categories. So we did have some details as well of exactly what the client wanted and what they wanted it under. So we can go ahead and put in categories and tags as well. Because this one is yoga, let's put in yoga and click add category, and we're going to add in Pilates and bar and rebounding. And the reason why we are going to do all these categories, we're not going to put all of them into this video, into all of them, is just so that later on we can then filter it for the client. So the tags are, let's say 30 minutes, 45, that's fine. And the instructor is Rebecca. Okay, that's great. Let's click save. And now that video is done. And now we can go ahead, we'll go back to our WordPress site and we can go add post, and we can add a whole bunch more videos. So I'm just going to create some more, and I'm just going to put written content. I'm not going to put videos. Find your flow. And okay, so we can go ahead and we can just keep adding more and more and more content here. Another video. Okay, I'm going to add one or two more pieces of content. Okay, so there we go. There we have our content. Okay, and of course, if someone doesn't have a membership, they won't be able to see or access that content. So now once you have all your content uploaded and you've made sure that that content is restricted, The next step is to test out what the membership experience will be like. And what I like to do is come to memberships and then come to your settings and just test out purchasing a membership level. So we'll go to our pages and then we'll go to levels. So click view page under levels. And then we're going to click select for our monthly membership. And I'm going to click to enter the discount because we added one earlier and we don't need to pay the $19. And then I'm going to click submit and check out. Now, once I check out, I will be presented with the membership confirmation page. So this is our membership confirmation page, and we can see our membership to FS Fitness Online. Your monthly membership is now active. So we can see that that's working, but there's just a few issues that I kind of feel like we run into. And the first is that I don't know where to go from here. I don't know how to access the content. What I recommend doing is setting up a welcome page and then adding it to the confirmation page and also the confirmation email. So it's pretty easy. What I would do is just come to pages, add a page, and then I would create a welcome page that kind of just says welcome. And then I would use a cadence block. So we're going to use cadence blocks and we're going to use posts. Type in posts and we're going to click posts. And we're going to click all posts because those are all your content. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to change some details here. So we don't need the meta information, the content settings, we're going to remove that. Enable read more, and that's fine. So what I do recommend is that you add featured images to your post. So if I publish this page, I can view this page, and then the person can then go in and click and see that kind of content, and they'll be able to do that video. So let's go back to our welcome page. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that link, and on this membership confirmation, I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to go to my levels, and then I'm going to click edit. And under my confirmation page, I'm going to say, thank you for signing up to get started. Click here. And then I am going to link this page and I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to refresh this confirmation page and I can click here now and that goes to my welcome page. So let me just show you in a new tab. If I click edit post and I add in, say, for example, a featured image. So let me find an image. I can click set featured image, save, and then if I refresh, you can see that there, and that just looks a whole lot better for your welcome page. Okay, so one other thing in the whole membership experience is the login page. So let's have a look at what that login page looks like. So under your settings, again, we go to pages. As you can tell, you do spend a lot of time under settings, and we're going to go to our login page and have a view of what that looks like. So this is what it looks like. I don't think it's very nice, but it's quite easy to edit. So we're going to edit this page. And we're going to amend a few things. Again, we are using the Cadence theme and Cadence blocks to achieve this. So we are going to go firstly here to our page settings. And one thing we're going to do is just disable the header and disable the footer. So it's a very clean page. Then we're going to unbox the content style, disable the vertical padding. We are going to then make it full width and then we're going to remove the title. Okay, I'm going to click save and let me show you what that looks like on the front end. So now it looks like this. So let's make it look a lot prettier. So we're going to add before, we're going to add in a row and just a single column. And then we're going to add in a background image. So let's select an image and choose this image. There's our image, and we're going to make sure there's actually 2 columns, and we're going to copy this, convert it to a block, move it into that first column, and then we're going to make sure that this has a view height of 100. And we need to just put this in the middle. And let's just do this and click save. Okay, now let's have a look at what that looks like. And there we go. One more thing that I would do is just make this have a content inner width. Click save and refresh. And there we go. And let's have a look at what that looks like in an incognito window. Someone would be able to then log into their website. So let's have a look. There we go. It looks a whole lot better than the standard login page, and it's customized. You can also add in your branding or any other details that you would like on your login page. Okay, now another thing for user experience is making sure that the login button is quite prominent on your website. And I always recommend adding it up at the top here somewhere. At the moment, I've got it down at the bottom, but let's add it at the top. Quite simple to do in Kadence. We'll just come to menus, and then we're going to look at our primary menu and add the Paid Membership Pro login page to the menu, click add menu, and then we are going to click save. And then once we view our website, you'll see login there is there, and it makes it really easy for your members to then log into your website. So it's the final step in the process. It's that make things pretty step. And in this step, we are going to be creating a homepage that sells our membership. And then we're going to be fixing up our menu and signing off our membership for our client. So what we have under pages is our home page. And again, we are going to be using Kadence to build out this really beautiful landing page. So let's go to edit page. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to come to the page settings. We're going to disable the page title, unbox it, and disable the content vertical padding. And we're going to click save. That's then going to help us start from a very blank page. Now, under my requirements, I actually created some landing copy, and I've kind of put in a very quick some screen grabs of what we're going to design. So we're going to do a hero section here that looks like this with a button that says browse, join the membership or browse the class library, and then our purpose or our belief statement, our classes and our styles, our values and our features, and then social proof and our final call to action. So that's exactly what we're going to build out, and we're going to build it out step by step in Kadence, and then we're going to link it up to Paid Membership Pro. So we're going to start with a hero section that has a headline, a subheading, and a primary call to action. Okay, so we're going to go to our home page, and we're going to use the row block in order to create this section. And of course, this is a Kadence block. We're going to choose one section. We're going to make sure it's full width, and then it is a content inner width. Then we're going to go to style, and instead of it being a color or an image, we're actually going to do a video. And I have already uploaded the video, so I'm going to go to my media library. There's our main hero image, and we're going to select that. It's just going to create it a little bit more dynamic. And then what we want to do is just to ensure that our text is actually visible, we're going to go to background overlay and just add in a background overlay, maybe increase that slightly. Then we can add in our text. So our text is our headline here. So let's use the text block and add that in, center it, and make it an H1 tag, and then also make it this yellow color. Then we're going to add in our subheading. Click enter, /text. We're going to use another text box, add that in, and then paragraph and center, and then give it a color, and then maybe make it a bit bigger. And one thing we do want to do is just change that max width. The next section is the primary call to action, which is join the membership. And then we're going to click enter and add in a button and paste that in and make sure it is the theme. Now, one thing we can do is just make sure that this hero section is a little bit higher. So under our row, we go to the advanced tab, structure settings, and we can do view height of, let's say, for example, 75 should be good. And then we will center align all of our content and click save. Now, once we click save, we can view this in a new tab and we can see there's some beautiful movement going on. I don't like how the content is overlapping there, so I'm going to change this to top and just give it some padding and then reduce this a bit. And click save, and then let's refresh that. And then you can see that content is easier to read. Now let's move on to our next section, which is our purpose and our belief statement. So we're just going to put the headline here and the content here. So we're going to go ahead, add another row. This time it's going to be 2 sections. One section is going to be smaller than the other. We have our heading, which is a H2 tag. Add in our text, put that in there. And then add in our body copy. So there's our body copy text. And there is our paragraph. Let's give it some spacing and some gutter spacing. Okay, there we go. There is our next section. We can now move on to the next row. And the next row, what we have is our classes and styles. So we are going to add in our heading. So here, let's just give it a color this. So full width and theme content. And let's see what color background we can give it. We can give it this color and some text. An intro line. And let's just make sure the color is right so we can see it. And then the next thing we have is grid items. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 grid items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click enter and I'm going to add in another row and we're going to make that 4 columns. Okay. And what's the easiest way to do this is to create one and then just duplicate it. So we're going to go to our section here. Go to our style tab, select the image, okay? So your image might be the Pilates image. So we'll look for our Pilates image. Let's say this one is our Pilates image. And then we are going to add an overlay on top of that. So the text is easy to read. We're going to add some border radius. So let's just do about 8, and then we're going to add some text in here that says Pilates. Make sure it's an HD tag, and we might want to align this at the bottom of the section. And then we are going to give this a height, our section the height, and make it like 300, and give it some padding. And then this we can change to white. Okay, if you want to, you can of course save this and refresh it. And there we go, we can see this. Let's give this some more spacing. And some more spacing. And then to make things easier, all I'm going to do is just duplicate, duplicate, keep on duplicating until I have 8. You can delete those ones. And this is just an easy way for you to add these in pretty quickly so you don't have to keep recreating it. And I can now go ahead and I can select all my images, whatever I want. So let's select that one. And all of these sections will link out to our actual categories. So we will need to create Pilates categories and rebounding and timing and whatever we want here. So I'm just going to change all of these images just so you can see exactly what they look like. Okay, let's click save. We can now go ahead and we'll write rebounding, strength, bar, meditation, calm, mindfulness, and let's just write stretching. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. We've got all of this now, and that's all set up. Next section is our values and our features, a very simple section. We're going to add a row. In that row, we're going to add 2 columns. One side will have an image and the other side will have content. So let's add in the content first. And then we're going to add in an icon list. Okay, and then what we should do after this is just add in a button that says join the membership. Okay, that's great. And let's now add in an image here. Let's do, this is quite a nice image here. And we can just make sure that the row is aligned there and give it some spacing in between. Okay, cool. Next section is our testimonials. So again, we add in a row, very simple layout, full width. We can use a background color for this testimonials. And let's see what it says. Loved by our members. We're adding in some spacing here and then changing the color of the font. And then we'll do a testimonials block, and we can add in the testimonial there. Okay, one thing with the testimonial, we do need to just change the colors. So we don't need a title, and we just want to change the content settings to make sure that it is the right color. And then also make sure it's a bit wider. There we go. If you want to, you can add in your name. So let's just change the colors first. So you've got your name settings. We don't want an image. Occupation settings, we don't want. Okay, there we go. And then we can add in more testimonials after that. Okay, your last section is then your final call to action. So we're going to come here, we're going to click enter, row, make sure that it is full width and the content is the inner width and there. And then we're going to add a background image. Let me see which image I can use. Let's use this image, even though we use it on the login screen, and give it a height. Make it a bit bigger than that. Okay, and then once we've made it bigger, we can just come to our style tab, background overlay. Let's add in a color here, and then we will add our final call to action information. So start the practice of your life. And let's make this color, this. Change the color again, and let's make this a bit like that, and medium. And then the last thing is a button that will then link to your membership. So join the membership. Theme base, and let's just make this in the middle and increase that overlay. Okay, so there we've increased our overlay. So there we have it. Let me add in one more testimonial, or just duplicate that one. Okay, and then in the testimonials, I just want to change this to more of a carousel layout just looks a lot better like that. And then if I want to, I can come to my testimonials and just change my settings here, my arrow style to maybe outline white and no dots. There we go, and click save. And once I click save, I can have a look at what that looks like on the front end. We can see here is our sort of front end, and there is our membership platform homepage. So this is looking really, really great. There's just a couple more things that we need to do to finalize our membership and make sure that people can join the membership and that they can actually access the categories up at the top and then also on this page. Okay, so to finish up, what we need to do is make sure that our categories are at the top. We have linked up join the membership and join the membership here. So going back to the back end of our website, we're going to head to our settings and we are specifically going to go to the pages page. Once we're in the pages page, we're going to look at levels page. Now the levels page is where someone is going to sign up. So we're going to copy this link. So you can right click on there and then click copy link. And then we're going to go to our home page and go to join membership. And we're going to paste that link in here. And then make sure you click submit. Now we're going to scroll down and make sure we do the same here. Submit. And then the last one as well, we can add that in here and click submit and click save. Then once we click save, we can look at our website and we can see now when we click on join membership, then it's going to go to the membership levels and then someone will be able to go ahead and they'll be able to choose whichever one or select a different one if they already have one. Now, again, up at the top here, we have a button that says join the membership. So we want to customize that by going to the customizer in Kadence. And then we are going to come to this button and paste this URL that we just copied in there and click publish. Okay, so now that's sorted, the next thing is to add in all of the categories at the top here. So we're going to close that and we're going to come to our dashboard. We're going to come to posts, categories, and we're going to look and make sure that we have every single category that we do want on the homepage. So for example, on our homepage, we had Pilates, we had stretching, we had mindfulness and calm. So we're going to add in those stretching, calm, and we have meditation. Okay, so we should have 8 in total here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have 8 categories. So we are going to then click onto each specific one. So we're going to open that in a new tab. We'll see now there's a category yoga and we can copy that. And we can go to our home page and we can go to, we haven't put in yoga here. So let's actually put yoga here, or let's do it here, yoga. And we're going to click on this, the section overlay link, and we're going to paste that in and click save. Then if someone comes here, they can click on yoga and that's going to go to the yoga category. And you'll do the same for all of those categories. So now that we have that, we want to add them to the top here in this menu. So we're going to come to our dashboard and then we're going to head to appearance and we're going to go to menus. Under menus, we're going to come to categories and then we're going to click view all and then we're going to add all of those to the top menu and we're going to make sure the login is there and we're going to remove that home page and we're going to click save menu. And then let's view our website. And you can see, there we go, they're all at the top. Of course, we can go ahead and we can amend them as we want, but someone can click on bar and they can watch all those bar videos. What we do have is a yoga video, so we know that is there, and we can see that it does have those details, so it's always good to come to Customizer in Kadence. Okay, and then we're going to go to our archive layout, and then what we need to do is come down to post item elements and just toggle this meta here, and that's going to remove that. And I would also take off the read more and make sure that you do an unboxed is boxed is better, yeah. and then click publish. Okay, again, I recommend that if you do have this, then just add in a featured image. So to add in a featured image, you'd come here, click edit post, and then you would just come to set featured image, choose one from your media library. Let's go for this one, set the featured image, click save. And now when you refresh your yoga page, you'll see that image there. And I think it just looks a lot nicer. And then, you can do the same for all of the posts that you have created on your website. Okay, so let's have a look at what that looks like in an incognito window. So if we go to our website, we're not logged in, so let's join the membership. And we can see now I can click select and I can join that membership. And when I join the membership, then I'll be able to go to the welcome page. If I don't join it and I click on, let's say, for example, yoga here, then you can see I do require the membership. So I will have to click on view membership levels in order for me to actually see that. And even if I get into your groove, then I can't see the content, but I do need to then view the membership levels and sign up for a membership account. Okay, so that's the process of building out a simple membership platform using Paid Memberships Pro. And be sure to check out Paid Memberships Pro. I've put the link in the comments down below. And if you want more content like this, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, I will see you.